Howdy. Okay, it's been a crazy couple of days. This old Jeep here has it's got people talking. So next steps, I don't know. The next steps, obviously I'm gonna get this motor out because this motor is a Hurricane out of a civilian. So when I bought it, well, when I was talking to the guy, he thought it was the military, which I put in my M38A1, which is in pieces over there. It is not. So what I'm going to do this, I got it started, or to start. So what I'm going to do with this is take it out with the transmission and sell it, and then use that to rebuild that. Because I have it, might as well rebuild it at this point, because they're not super easy to find or local to me for some odd reason. As far as this truck, I'm going to start reaching out to more experts in the field, I guess you could say. Well, not necessarily experts, but people with more knowledge with what's going on with this. So I posted the tag on the old interwebs, and people kind of went crazy over it. Not going to lie. People went crazy over this. So I've done my research. Like 1,846 were refurbished by Higgins. So from all those refurbed with tags known, looks like about 10 to 12. So that's none. What makes it so big is that Higgins was just a huge name in the war. They built the landing craft. They had a lot of contracts. You're looking at, they had a bunch of sub companies. They did a lot of stuff, and they were so geared towards that post World War II, they couldn't survive because they just weren't in those industries. But with these Jeeps, it's crazy because people go full nut and bolt correct restoration, which I want to do a full nut. I want to go frame up. I want to redo it all. The problem is with that tag, what do I do though? Do I go all Ford script bolts again? But that's not what the Jeep is. The tag right there proves where this went. This went to a depot, a contracted civilian depot, taken apart. What was bad was replaced, put back together, and shipped out. I found the GPW tag on the frame. This is, without a doubt, a GPW Jeep. I got the tag on the dash. This is a GPW. End of story. That has been solved. What do I do now? I don't know. I don't particularly care to go to the military judging competitions and be judged on how accurate and complete my restoration was, because none of those dudes judging were alive for when these things were brand new going to war. This is just a piece of equipment back then. Nobody back then thought this would be a collector's item. Nothing. And when the war was over, the military had more than they needed, and you could buy these things for $100. Not even joking, you could buy this Jeep for $100. Because to them, it was just a piece of equipment. It was no different than a firearm. That's it. It was just a piece of equipment. So when I restore it, do I just do a mix mash of what it was? Because that's what it became. It came in because there is slight differences in the tubs on the GPWs and the MBs, the wheelies, and I got the proper toolboxes. So what was fixed on here to make it look like an MB body? I don't know. But I don't know what to do, because this is literally a hard decision, because I want this one to be correctly restored to where it will outlive me. I'll pass it on to my kids, because that's my goal. All these Jeeps will be passed on to my kids. So what do I do? I don't know. I want to stick to the tag. And with the tag, this had a motor pool rebuild, and that's what people call it. It's just what's available that gets it working again. I mean, it was very common, so I did find facts. It was very common after these went to reconditioning to see GPWs with MB motors. And it doesn't affect it at all. The history and value of this Jeep is in that little tag. So what would you do? It's a really hard decision, and I don't know how to answer it yet. I'm still shocked I own a World War II Jeep. On top of it being because I thought I was just getting an MB, which if I got an MB, I'd been ecstatic. I'd been just happy. But I'm a Ford guy. I really wanted a GPW. And when I started tearing into this and found out it was a GPW, I just mind blown. But yeah, it's what's next. That's the big thing. Definitely get the motor out so I can put this into storage, because I'm not even going to touch this until I finish my M38. Because it's already torn down. I want it on the road. I want to get it out having fun. And literally, it's 40% done. Literally, it's taking the tub off, going through the axle, the brakes, getting the engine, transmission rebuilt, and then just putting it back together because it needs very minimal body work. This, on the other hand, needs a crap ton of body work. Like a ton of... The body's tore on the other side. It's being held together by some freaking splices. You know, that's the thing is, how much work did they did to these bodies when they came through? Because patching was common. You know, how do I know some of these patch jobs on here? Which... Okay, let me show you something. Here. Okay, so if you look right here, here's a patch job. Well, they tried to keep the indention for the tools that were there. That's where your pioneer tools, your shovel, your axe, whatever, went right there. Why would they go to this great extent to keep that after the war? So this makes me believe that this was done in a factory. And it didn't have to be perfect. It just had to work. Yeah, remember, these are going through a motor pool reconditioning to get back out. It didn't have to be a beauty queen. Nothing the military ever is. All right? Hence, the shit I did or used. It worked good enough, and that's all that mattered. So, what's the next steps? I don't know. I'm very proud that I will be forever in the lineage of this Jeep. It's very cool. Hopefully this Jeep stays with my family for a very long time. I really hope so. I really hope my boys, grandkids, they all cherish this. Because this Jeep will be 100 soon. This thing will be 100 years old soon. Mind-blowing. So, yeah, what's the next steps? I don't know. But I definitely would like the Jeep community to comment below on how I should proceed with this, because it's not an easy choice, and I'd rather be one and done. I'd rather get it done the first time. You know, I don't know. See, I can't even tell if this body's the body to this frame at all. So they could just, this body could have came off another Jeep, got patched up, and then put it on the shelf until the next Jeep needed it. And then this Jeep rolled through, bad body, slapped it on, call it good. That's the downside. And there's no records, and the company's long gone, so there's no telling what they did to this Jeep. And honest to God, there's just so much damage on this Jeep that it might need to go. I mean, I'll save what I can save off of it, and I'm sure... Honestly, God, you know what I'll do? I'll probably cut it in half and make a wall hanger out of it. Not even lying. Because the hood's shot too. The Hurricane doesn't fit in there. So the only way the Hurricane will fit if you cut it. But the fenders are good. There's still a lot of good stuff on there. But I'll reach out to more experts and talk to them and see what they have to say. So let me know what you think. Hit that like, share, subscribe, watch the journey on this bad boy. Watch what's going to come of it. Definitely going to save this one. It's going to be a long... this will probably be one of my longest restorations ever. And it'll be worth it. Because we are literally saving a real piece of history. And that's exciting. That's very exciting. And it's a total surprise, too. This has been a total surprise. I do love how everybody's been going nuts about this thing online. And how many more people have come forward. So, there's not a lot of these restored by Higgins. And that seems to be the one that people only care about. So it's gonna be an interesting ride. It'll be very interesting to take it to a show. I hate getting those storyboards made up, but for this one, actually, since I'm gonna do it for this one, I'm gonna do it for the other one. But I'll do both of them and call it good. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that. If you got more information, history, anything, please put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments. I will read them. I want to hear, read everything I can about this before I move forward. So it's I'm very proud to be its owner. I really am. It's going to be fun. It'll be really fun taking both my Jeeps to car shows too. So that's all I got. You know what to do. We appreciate it. We love you. We are